In the world of business, we often hear the phrase, time is money. But what about the resources we have at our disposal? Today, let's dive into a critical yet often overlooked aspect of business operations: unused capacity. You might be wondering, what exactly is unused capacity? Simply put, it refers to resources within a company that are not being fully utilized. This can include everything from machinery and office space to the skills of your employees. Imagine a factory designed to produce 1,000 widgets a day, but only cranking out 500. That's unused capacity, and it can have a significant impact on a company's bottom line. Now, why does unused capacity matter? Well, it can lead to increased costs, reduced efficiency, and ultimately lower profitability. When resources sit idle, they still incur costs. Think about it. You're paying for that factory, those machines, and those employees whether they're busy or not. So how do we manage this unused capacity effectively? Let's break it down. First, we have to understand the types of unused capacity. There's production capacity, which is all about how much of your product you can make. If your production line is underperforming, you're missing out on potential revenue. Then there's facility capacity. Maybe you have a beautiful office space with empty desks because you've downsized or shifted to remote work. That's wasted space. Next up is human resource capacity. If you have talented employees sitting around without enough work, that's a huge missed opportunity. Financial capacity is another area. If you have cash reserves but aren't investing them wisely, you're not maximizing your potential. Lastly, there's IT capacity. Underutilized software or outdated technology can slow you down and create inefficiencies. Now, let's talk about why managing this unused capacity is crucial. For one, it's all about cost management. Unused capacity represents a cost to your business. By optimizing how you use your resources, you can significantly reduce operational expenses. This means lower costs for your customers and potentially higher profits for you. Next, managing unused capacity improves efficiency. When you utilize your resources effectively, you can produce more with the same inputs. This increased output can lead to higher revenue and, ultimately, a more valuable business. Plus, having some unused capacity gives you flexibility. In times of fluctuating demand, that buffer can help you adjust operations quickly without missing a beat. And let's not forget about competitive advantage. In today's market, efficiency can set you apart from competitors. If you're using your resources wisely, you can offer better prices or higher quality products, making you more attractive to customers. Furthermore, managing unused capacity can spur innovation. When you optimize resources, you might discover new ways to use them or even new markets to explore. So, what causes unused capacity? There are several culprits. Fluctuations in demand are a big one. If your product suddenly falls out of favor, you might find yourself with excess capacity. Inefficient processes can also lead to unused capacity. Think outdated technology or poor planning. Underinvestment in infrastructure means you might not have the right tools to meet production needs, while staffing issues can create mismatches between available work and workforce levels. Lastly, changes in the market can throw a wrench in your operations, leaving you with unused resources. Let's also consider the advantages and disadvantages of unused capacity. On the upside, it can provide flexibility, allowing you to adjust operations quickly. It can also be an opportunity for growth. If you have excess capacity, you can take on new projects without significant new investment. And there are potential cost savings to be had as well. But on the downside, excessive unused capacity can lead to wasted resources, reduced efficiency, and decreased competitiveness. If your competitors are using their resources more effectively, you could fall behind. Now, let's look at some real-world examples of companies that have effectively managed their unused capacity. Take Toyota, for instance. They've mastered the art of optimizing capacity through their renowned Toyota production system, which focuses on continuous improvement and waste reduction. This approach has allowed them to keep overhead low while maintaining high-quality production. Then there's Netflix. By investing heavily in original content, they've maximized their resource utilization and reduced reliance on third-party providers. This has not only improved their offerings, but also their profitability. Amazon is another great example. Through automation and technology, they've optimized their operations, improving efficiency and reducing costs. UPS has also made strides in managing unused capacity by implementing route optimization software and alternative fuel vehicles. These initiatives have helped them improve efficiency while being more sustainable. And let's not forget Ford, which has adopted lean manufacturing processes and invested in technology to enhance productivity. So, how can technology play a role in managing unused capacity? Data analytics is a powerful tool. By analyzing usage patterns, companies can identify inefficiencies and optimize resource utilization. The Internet of Things, IoT, can help monitor assets in real time, alerting businesses to underutilized resources. Cloud computing allows for on-demand access to resources, while artificial intelligence can analyze data and suggest optimizations that humans might miss. Now, let's talk about the financial implications of unused capacity. When you operate below full capacity, your fixed costs per unit increase. This can squeeze your profit margins and make it harder to compete. Overhead costs continue to pile up, and you might find yourself losing out on potential revenue. The longer you let unused capacity linger, the harder it becomes to achieve profitability and invest in growth opportunities. So, what can you do? Here are some best practices for managing unused capacity. First, evaluate and analyze your resource utilization regularly. Identify which resources are underutilized and develop a capacity plan to optimize their use. Consider diversifying your product or service offerings to increase revenue streams. Implement flexible scheduling to better align your workforce with demand, and don't hesitate to explore outsourcing and partnerships to share resources. Investing in technology and automation can also make a significant difference. By automating certain processes, you can reduce reliance on manual labor and improve efficiency. Finally, foster a culture of continuous improvement within your organization. Encourage employees to share ideas for optimizing operations and utilizing resources more effectively. In conclusion, managing unused capacity is not just about cutting costs. It's about optimizing resources, increasing efficiency, and positioning your business for long-term success. By understanding the causes and implementing best practices, businesses can leverage unused capacity to improve profitability and drive growth. So, take a close look at your operations. Are you maximizing your resources, or is there room for improvement? The answers could lead you to new opportunities and a more prosperous future.